Hey neighbor, welcome back to Beyond ARTV. My name is John, and relatable music journalism is the death of music journalism. This title was inspired by one of my favorite YouTubers, Drew Gooden. He posted a video a few years back called Relatable Comedy is the Death of Comedy, so credit where it's due, that's where I got the inspiration, and I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. So to address the little elephant in the room, I didn't post to my second channel for over a month, which is something that I have not done since I started this channel 7 years ago in 2013. What the fuck happened, John? Where have you been? Well, to put it politely, I have been mentally and emotionally exhausted because 2020 is 2020 and I have no more fucks left to give, and I'm just gonna leave it at that for now. No, in all seriousness, I didn't have the extra creative drive to make content for this channel, and I didn't want to force myself. I wanted to wait for the inspiration to come back, and I focused on my main channel and even my streaming. So if you want to find me outside of this channel, where I ramble on and do things a little bit more loosely, then hit the links down below. So what does the very melodramatic title that's hanging in the air mean? Relatable music journalism is the death of music journalism. Oh my god, John, I'm panicking. What does it mean? To put it simply, things have changed in the past 15 years in terms of how the quote-unquote media and the artist interact. Back in the day, the artist needed the media. They needed them to cover them, to talk about them, to take photos of them, to interview them, everything like that, to help get the message out, to sell records, to promote their tour, whatever it might be. Now the year's 2020, and I don't want to break it to the media, but well guys, you're not really needed anymore. You're relieved of your duties. What I mean by that is that the ecosystem and the infrastructure has completely flipped on its head. Whereas before, everybody was running to NME or Kerrang or whatever the publication might be and saying, hey, you want to talk about our new record or maybe interview us? Now it's the other way around. The publication needs the artist for clout and for clicks. We've slowly seen this chipped away at since the MySpace era of music. A lot of interviews started to change around that time for the worse. Just look who actually got a lot of big interviews back in the day. The questions became more outlandish, and the publications had to go that extra mile to chase them down and to get that exclusive content, whatever that might be. Now in 2020, things look completely different, as all of the radio stations that do these interviews and the other publications, music magazines, whatever it might be, they're kind of going by the wayside, at least the traditional idea of it. And what they're replacing it with, oh boy, it's embarrassing, to kind of put it lightly. You see, softball questions in interviews or going light on an artist in a review, that's one thing. But there is a line between only saying maybe a few critical things or not being so quick to point it out even if you didn't really love something, and then just trying to jerk off the artist, for lack of a more proper term. Maybe a bad example, but look to all of the various MTV social medias. It's literally cancer. You see them just in every celebrity with a blue check mark that has any kind of clout behind their name at the moment. MTV are down there going, yes, king, yes, queen, yes, another slay, another bold move on your end. And it's borderline embarrassing. It is so cringe. I think of it like this, you know, it's MTV. You expect them to not be good. They haven't been good since the 90s. But then them and the others that kind of set the example and start leading the pack for what other publications should do and how they should interact with the artist, they just start commenting away, and it's pretty much the blue checkmark syndrome. You see it from fellow celebrities. They all comment on each other's posts. Blue checkmarks, give me some likes, maybe give me that follow, wink wink, nudge nudge. That's all fine and dandy, except you're the fucking imposter here. You're the one lurking down below, acting like a teenage fanboy or girl, and just going on and on about how you're just there the split second anything happens. Somehow you've already got your comment typed away. I can only imagine what goes on in the interview processes for everyone that they hire up these days in those departments. Hey, I'm here for the music journalism interview. Hey, what's going on, man? Thanks for dropping by. We've been seeing a lot of people today, but I'm really interested to see what you're gonna bring to the table. So first off, I guess just tell me your name and like why you think you deserve to work here. So my name is Kyle, and my qualifications, well, A, B, C, I think you might have missed this one on the old look-see you gave me there. And numero quattro, right here. I've been known to type about 50 words per minute, and I have experience commenting pretty much praise on any account that has a blue verified checkmark. My apologies, I don't know how I missed your very obvious badge of qualification there. I'll just bestow any and all responsibilities of the music department upon you now. That's what you're telling me. So, I guess to kind of round out our thoughts here, we're talking to like 3 or 4 different people. Like, why you? Wait, what? Are you gonna like, You see, I'm not sure if you're actually hearing me when I say that I like really need this job, because like I really need this job. Oh, well that I can relate to. Well, you're hired. Oh my god, it crawls under my skin when I see this relentless posting of just like 4 to 5 star reviews for literally everything. They will never sway away from giving something the most positive review out there unless it's somebody like 6ix9ine or something that's universally hated. Then they'll join in on the little curb stomping session. Relatable journalism, it's right there in front of our eyes. Everybody's so desperately trying to give the people what they want, including somebody on a list just to generate clicks, even if they actually didn't think it was one of the best songs of the year, one of the best albums of the year, one of the best groups of the decade, whatever it might be. They're only putting somebody on there because, oh, this has to be here. We have to meet our quick quota. We have to meet our click quota. We have to meet our click quota. That was fun to say. There's a certain amount of clicks that they have to get every single month, and the only way that they apparently know how to do that is not by actually putting out research pieces, going in, doing an in-depth analysis on something that's fun for everybody to look at from an analytical or critical or even just thought-provoking process. Instead of doing any of that, they're just like, nah, here's 10 Billie Eilish gifts that fucking made her album go off that much harder. Music journalists, I'm looking at you to step it up here, because I've preached on my soapbox with the fans plenty of times about giving the distance between the artist and obviously what you're consuming, and not putting all your faith in them and just liking it for the sake of liking it because you like that artist. And not only falls on the fans, but it goes back on us critics too. I guess I'm a music critic, a music influencer, whatever the hell you want to call me too. And I always stand by my honest opinion on something. That's not me trying to pat myself on the back, but that's just how I started and founded my channel, and I've always wanted to run with that idea. But now, here in 2020, we're in this weird dissonance where I feel that there's one side where you actually still have some people doing music criticism. They're putting out thought-provoking pieces, good content, whatever it might be. There's a lot of good stuff on YouTube, not so much the traditional media sources. But on the other side of the fence, you have all of the people out there that are just sucking off all of the artists, trying to get them desperately to appear on their cover because they need them. They know that they're in a dying industry, and instead of trying to find a new way to just have a new light, they instead go for the quick clicks that don't last long, and when that torch burns out, guess what? Publication tanks. When you, the music journalist, or else you, the music publication, look like nothing more than a little blue verified checkmark in the sea of blue checkmark comments and somebody else that's way more famous than you's comment section, then that's when you know you're an irrelevant problem and something desperately needs to be done. It really expands to all genres of music. It's not just pop, it's not just hip hop, it's rock, it's pop punk, it's everything and anything these days. And it makes me a little bit sad, a little bit angry, and also a little bit indifferent because I know it's also not really my problem. Any and all thoughts on this topic would be welcomed in the comments section down below. I hope you enjoyed this video because I sure as hell had a lot of fun filming it, and I hope that shows. I am back here on Beyond ARTV after like a month off. Like this video, subscribe for the love of music. If you enjoyed the comedic skit, then let me know that you want to see more. Other than that, there's a couple of recent videos on screen here, and I'll be back soon for more right here on Beyond ARTV.